As you may or may not know, the state of California is in deep financial trouble. As we approach a large deficit, billions of dollars are expected to be cut from public education. It is also predicted that a further 2 million people could lose health insurance as a result of budget cuts. Also, state-funded programs such as CalWORKS and welfare are expected to create armies of homeless people. With such serious consequences ensuing, it is obvious that something needs to be done in a hasty manner in order to protect California. One of the most talked about solutions recently has been the proposal of splitting California into three separate states. One of the arguments for the split is the fact that California is far too large to be governed in the manner it's governed today. Its population is far too numerous and it has proved to be a poorly run state. The proposal would split California into three sections that would make three separate states. The first of these sections would be what we consider Northern California. Most of the residents of Northern California are apart from the rest of California. In other words, those in Southern California are more diverse and slightly varying culture. Because of this, their needs are rarely met by the one government that governs all of California. The second state would be what we consider Central California, and would simply be called California. The third and largest of the three would be what we today call Southern California. Even if California is split into two states, the deficit still exists. What the splitting will manage to do will be to create more efficient ways of spending the profits made from exports and the money from President Obama's stimulus package. Being that California is such a large state, it's impossible to have it governed by such a small government. Most of the money is spent on certain areas of California, and other areas aren't seeing any of this money. The split would allow for the three different governments to receive the amount that the original California would have received from stimulus packages and government aid, and split it equally in ways that benefit the now three separate governments. Of course, every action has its consequence. Splitting California would also split the way that the three separate states would spend money. Being that California is known for various agriculture and industrial accomplishments, which are scattered all throughout California, the split would affect these areas of commerce. For example, much of California's agricultural market is centered in Central California. If this were to become a state in itself, the three new states of California would have to pay taxes to get their neighbors' products. With such a consequence, California would see price raises in the items that fall in the agricultural and marketing fields. With the split, the new government can settle one of the most problematic financial problems of California, the overpaying of government employees. Although employee wages for this field are set to be cut back at least 15%, the new state governments to be created would have to make these cuts even greater. Since new personnel will be needed to run the new states, wages could be set at new lows but will also work their way up as the states improve. All in all, this may not seem like a perfect solution to save California, but in my opinion, it is logical. California is far too big to be governed by such a small government, and a bad one at that. With any type of aid coming in from the White House, most of the money will not even make it to all the areas of California. With the split, it is a surefire way to make sure that each and every city in California is looked out for. The downside would be the fact that various items would have a tax placed on them and they're to be moved from one of the new states to the others. As of now, there is no certain way to save the state of California, but only wishful thinking.